It's a gloomy day today. It's Saturday, July 5th, and it's been a couple weeks since I recorded a video. So I thought, why not today? It's a quite overcast because we're gonna have a storm right away, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna have time. I usually do these on Sunday. I don't know if I'm gonna have time tomorrow. So we've got family visiting from Poland and we've been quite busy. So I figure I like the lighting right now, very overcast, but it does bring out some of the colors. So I thought, why not do a quick walkthrough today and just point out a few things um, that are changing. Hi, Chucky baby. Um, so our canna lilies are finished blooming for now, but I can see new sort of spikes or leaves or whatnot. They're quite bushy, but I think they're going to have blooms soon again. I love the lime green of the potato vine, how that is looking against the purples and the pinks and the deep green of the cannas. The 4 o'clocks here, first time I'm growing them, and they're growing so nicely now. I can't wait to see the flowers because I really don't know. Like, I've seen the pictures, but I don't really know what to expect, and sometimes in real life it just looks a little bit different. I love how the petals from my geranium are just falling. I was gonna clean it up, and then I'm like, why? If it's actually pretty to me. This geranium, this is third summer that I have this geranium because I've been overwintering it, and it's just so full of blooms. There's so many new blooms that are about to happen everywhere. It just keeps me happy in this particular spot. I love how we brush against it as we walk in. It's almost like a statue. It just keeps greeting us as we walk into the kitchen, and I just love it. And I do love, although I have to repot it, this little red geranium. It just keeps blooming. This is why I love geraniums, because they just are full of giant blooms, and if you overwinter them, they just get bigger and bigger. What's not to love? The ranunculus over here, don't really know what to expect. I never grew these before. They're kind of like lopsided here because they were facing the other way, and I thought if I turn the pot around, things are gonna straighten out, but it's not really happening. I'll give it some time, and hopefully I'll get some blooms out of these. Other than that, things are progressing quite nicely. These are all still babies, but these two pots of calendulas are getting bigger, so that's great. This perennial, which I always forget the name of, is giving me so many beautiful white flowers this year. I almost threw it out a couple of years ago because I really didn't think that it overwintered in this pot. It was kind of like a forgotten pot that was just sitting here, not really being taken care of, and then it just came back. So I keep now watering it and trimming it, and it's really bouncing back. I can see that I'm about to get some alyssum flowers finally. I had these last year here as well, so that's exciting. The tomatoes are getting bigger. We've been enjoying so many peas from the garden. The beets are getting bigger as well. So I had cheesecloth on them for the past few weeks, but I can see that nothing is bugging them now. So I think whatever it is, the butterfly or moth or whatnot that's leaving eggs, and the larvae whatnot is feeding on the leaves, I think that stage or that time of the year is over, and I don't think I have to cover it up anymore. Because before I tried to uncover, like leave it uncovered for a day, and I could totally see the difference because most of the leaves were eaten. So now they're keeping up, so I think we're good to leave it uncovered. Okay, so this geranium, I mean, just so many blooms. And then This dahlia is like the most beautiful dahlia. It just looks like a painting. I'm just so amazed how much it's blooming for me. Ah, so every year in this spot I have a dahlia, but it's that bushy kind, and it doesn't really give me. I usually buy it with a lot of flowers, and then once they kind of fade, new ones are less and less and more far apart. But this one is just more flowers than leaves, and I just love it. So I'm always gonna try and find a similar kind from now on. Although I will try other dahlias again, probably from seed as well, but hopefully that's gonna be already on the island once we move, because I just don't have the room for all of the flowers here. And then this beautiful begonia. I don't know why I do this. I love begonias so much. I think they just look so lush and tropical, but I always stick them in this corner, and I always just get one. And they just give me so much joy. I should really start buying more begonias and putting them all over the place in the garden. Here is just so green, the giant nasturtiums. I'm not even expecting flowers. I know I probably will have a few, but it's more just filling up the space. This peony here is still kind of blooming, while the rest already faded. I have a spider plant there. And then this was the last remaining cutting of my hydrangea, and I don't think it's making it. So this was the last one. So it's safe to say we're not going to have any geraniums to share. Oh, I just noticed we have raspberries. I had no idea. I didn't realize we had raspberries. So we only have the yellow kind here. Oh my goodness. Oh wow. Okay, we gotta pick some raspberries here. Oh, they're so sweet. There is more and more to come, that's for sure. So we gotta start picking. Look at this one. Where are you? Wow. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna stop now, but I'm gonna come with a little bowl. Okay, so since we're here, my marigolds are blooming here. Oh yeah, I was talking about tomatoes. So some of them are in bloom. They're budding up all over the place. And then still so many more peas here that I need to pick. And now this one is about to do the same. I planted this climbing one a few weeks after the bush kind. And we're about to be just loaded with peas. See the copper, dill is going to seed, but I have some new dill coming up over there. We've been enjoying a lot of mint. We've been cutting herbs for different sort of dishes as we cook, so that's all great. These, I cannot wait. These cosmos here are about to give me a few blooms, and I'm very excited to see what they look like. And then I mix them in with Lavaterra, and there's a couple of marigolds, one already in bloom, and some zinnia here. Now, the one thing I need to find out is why my nasturtiums are turning yellow on the leaves. I've got lots of blooms, and I wonder if I over fertilized or something. Maybe they just don't need the fertilizer. I didn't put a whole lot, but I figured they're flowering plants, and I figured it would be nice to have. I just noticed how beautiful this is, like fire orange and then red, like a warm red behind it. That looks so beautiful. I love this color combination. Anyway, something for me to figure out is why some of the nasturtium leaves in this pot, like that one is doing well, but this one and a couple of the ones on the side not so much. So I have to figure it out. Okay, so finally this peony decided to go over. This is just so amazing because I don't know if I took a picture, or I caught it on video when it was first blooming, because it was salmon peachy color. What is happening? Oh, my love is coming. Okay. And then 2 days ago I noticed that it's like this custard yellow color, and now it's finally going over, and the middle got bigger. It's just so cool. I have no idea what peony it is, but I really would like to get more of them when we go to the island. This one I already promised my sister-in-law I'm gonna give it to her. And then the plums are doing so well. I'll just do this. Hi baby, how come you're making so many noises? Hi monkeys. Finally took the fencing from here. Hi baby. Because the grass is growing in. I still have a lot of grass to patch, but little by little I'm getting to it. Again, I've been really busy, but it's been filling in. So, and I don't know how this happened, because I'm pretty sure I had some yellow marigolds, but it looks like, oh, there's a radish that's thickening up. How exciting. Anyway, it looks like so far they're all just like burgundy, deep red sort of marigolds, all of them. But maybe this one looks like maybe it's gonna open yellow, so maybe I will have some different colors. They're all beautiful. Anyway, there's like a lot going on. I have lots of basil that is very, very slow growing. Same thing happened last year, but it's a little bit better this year, but still I'm not sure how much basil I'm actually gonna have. Oregano, we've been cutting so much, and dill and parsley and everything. Oh my goodness. So chamomile, these I just kind of planted. I don't even remember doing this, but I planted chamomile over there in that bag. And then I guess I must have had some left over that I didn't want to throw out, so I just put it here because I wanted to space the other ones. And these are the ones that are actually growing flowers already. How cool is that? And then wherever sunflowers pop up, I just keep them. The cherries are turning color. There's gonna be a lot of cherries. Okay, so this is currently making me happy. Oh, I should take a picture of this. Maybe this should be the cover for this video. So I finally moved the sunflowers because they got tall enough to be on the side of the shed, and I moved the potatoes because they got so bushy and they're flowering. So we're about to have potatoes in a couple of weeks, and they don't need to take up space by the table on a patio, so I just moved it out of the way. There's nothing going on in this bag except one baby radish that I don't know if it's going to grow. We've got lots of lettuce that I've been picking, and Swiss chard. There's some Swiss chard here. I'm keeping these damaged leaves because I'm thinking maybe whoever's eating it, whatever's eating it, is gonna go for these leaves versus something else. So it's kind of a sacrificial few leaves here. Anyway, yeah, it's quite bushy here. Oh, so the different thing about these sunflowers this year, because these are these giant ones, but they have multiple flowers, and last year it was just one on each. So, and they all are doing it. Here's another view, but this one has the most. It grew the thickest and the biggest, and this is getting quite big. Anyway, so that's something different. We're going backwards. The grass here is doing well. I had 2 or 3 new stains thanks to these monkeys. Hi babies. Hi monkey. Hi baby monster. Chucky, you leave the onions alone. Yes, he is such a destruction train. Oh yes. Yeah, so anyway, but the grass is doing well. There are a couple of spots here and here that I just filled in, so the grass is gonna grow in soon, but things are doing well. Yes, so I moved a big pot with the sweet peas. Babies. I moved it over there, and there's actually a potato bag behind it as well. The sweet peas are big enough now to kind of block that way, so hopefully this naughty animal is not going to try and jump over it. That was the whole idea why it was not in there yet. I didn't want him to like trample it, but now that he sees this wall of green, hopefully he's not gonna jump through it. Everything. Hi, monkey. The window boxes without windows are doing well as well. The vinca vine is growing so nicely here with the pink. Hey, you're just gonna follow me, I know. With the pink petunias, and I love how the hostas are almost like an inverse of the vinca, because it's dark on the inside and light on the outside, versus vinca is light on the inside and dark on the outside. So that's pretty cool. Although I wish I had both of them like this on both sides to make it even. So that's something I should have done, but still love it. Now this hosta here, I love the color of this one here. I just trimmed some of this clematis because it got so bushy over the last few weeks. I moved some of the extra sunflowers here, gave them some bigger pots, and this was just an empty sort of space, so why not utilize it and grow some of these volunteer sunflowers. Another 4 o'clock here. This clematis is going to bloom soon. Everything here is doing so well as well. The blanket flower is about to bloom for us, which is great because I wasn't sure if it was gonna. I planted it at the end of the season, I think last year, so I'm glad to see that it came up. And I'm also very excited about this yarrow that came up by itself. And then we've got some other sunflowers and zinnias and daisies mixed in. The roses are still doing well, and also just an abundance of grapes. So excited about that. This is Edmonton, and we've got grapes galore. Just amazing. Here's my hand next to it. I mean, these are gonna be big bunches of grapes, and there are plenty of them everywhere, all up the vine. So very excited about that. These geraniums here are doing good, and so do the pansies are doing great. And then even like these onions, finally, because I haven't had much luck with onions, but these 3 here are getting quite big. The mangoes are growing. We've had quite a few beans. I see more here. More beans are growing. We just made a bunch of zucchini sticks and breaded beans as well last night, and we have some left over in the fridge. Oh, I see peppers are starting to grow as well on the last year's, so 2-year-old plants, while these first year peppers have yet to bloom for me. There's more zucchini growing there, and there's more blooms coming up. I see that big flower is about to open. That's a female. And then there's an open one over there. Hopefully get pollinated. I'm not even worried about zucchinis anymore because they just keep popping up. And then the carrots are doing so well. So many carrots, they're getting so bushy. And then cucumbers. So many cucumbers, and the leaves are also turning yellow, and I didn't know why. I gave him all my vegetables yesterday. I gave some fish emulsion, and hopefully that's gonna help him. Maybe it was lack of nutrients, I'm not really sure. We've got a lot of cucumbers here, so I figure they need something here. There's that zucchini. There's more flowers and more cucumbers here. And I don't know if I can I'm not gonna move the chair to get in there. Oh, there's some more zucchini babies in there. So yeah, what else? Tomatoes. I guess it's just about time for me to come through here and maybe pick out some of the branches from the bottom and from these tomatoes, and maybe stake some of the ones that don't have those metal rings, whatever they're called, cages, so that they don't start flopping over on me. What else? These bunching onions seem to be growing well. I have a new pot of zucchini and beans popping up, although I only see 4 beans and they're not doing so well. I wonder if some birds are eating them. Huh. What else? This is a different type of carrot, like a tricolor one. There's some white and pink, I think, and red. My eggplant not doing so well. These onions are... This is a cilantro over here. This amaranth. I think I need to take out that sunflower. It looks like something's eating it. I need to bring it out into sun more. And I think that's why this amaranth is going bigger too. It's getting more light. So I gotta do some rearranging maybe tomorrow. Alright, I'm gonna go quickly to the side because... Oh, so I have some seedlings growing here, some zinnias and different cosmos and bachelor button. Oh, and this sweet pea started growing all over the place. It's actually coming through like the side of this fence, but I'm letting it be as long as it's kind of out of the way. Let's see how it will bloom. All right, this spot, yeah, see, there's some yellow leaves as well on this one. So happy with how this turned out, this walkway. I got off a lot of leaves here from this one as well, although it's also in bloom. So it was more a bit of an experiment how these nasturtiums are going to do in a hanging basket. So now I know. Oh, I wanted to also point out we've got a bloom coming up on this hosta, and I have 3 blooms coming up on this hosta. And then these hanging baskets, like, they look so pretty with these colors. Orange and yellows and reds go together well. But again, the leaves of the nasturtiums, I need to figure this out. Oh, and I see I have a bloom here too. Here, one of the regrets of this year is getting the sun patients that are just taking a break, and I see they're flushing out new leaves, which is great. So, but now my family, it was my birthday this week, and they gave me these small petunias. So I took one of these because there was 2 of these pots on the side of the garage, and I moved one out here because they just, like, to me this is an eyesore. No blooms, all the leaves are coming up, so maybe if new blooms come up I'll switch it out, but for now this can stay on the side. And here we've got bachelor buttons and sweet alyssum in both of these, and once they grow a little bit more, perhaps I will move them closer to the front. Now, I honestly don't remember planting these delphiniums, and I thought there was something wrong with this one because when it was starting to bud up, it was so much darker and the little buds were closer together, but yet it's just a different kind. Like, they're growing from the same spot, so I don't even understand it. And I don't remember planting them, but every year they come up, and now it's also coming up into different colors, so it's very, very nice. This delphinium I also didn't plant, but this one, ever since we moved here, it's been coming up, so I always expect it here. How huge is it going to be? Super huge. And I think that's probably what overseeded and made and moved over over into that spot. So this hydrangea is growing. My dogs are going crazy. They're just playing. So this is my hydrangea cutting from last year. And I thought it was gonna be easy enough to repeat the process, but yet out of 9 that I had, not even one made it, unfortunately. This little salvia, so pretty, so different from the other ones. Like the heads are thicker and the whole plant is smaller. Glad I brought it here and planted it. I think I got it on sale last year. These guys, whatever they are, they're finally going over. They were the first flowers to bloom here. Everything is looking so great in the front here. I'm very happy with everything. Had I found maybe blue or purple impatiens, I would have put them in there instead of pink, but it was sort of an afterthought and they only had those and it was on sale, so I just picked it up. Still better than nothing. Very pretty. And I love the white from the hosta, although the one over there in between the two hydrangeas is totally getting covered. And the reason why I have it though here is because it takes a while for the hydrangeas to come up and get bushy. So actually the hosta is the main show in that corner before the hydrangeas get big. So I do want to keep it there because it fills up an empty corner earlier in the season. And I love how the creeping Jenny adds such a different lime green color here. And I wish it grew more here. It's kind of trying, but obviously it's not liking it as much as it's liking over here in the corner. This spot filled up so nicely. And then, of course, no regrets here. How this looks. Unbelievable. Okay, so this is gonna be a bit of discovery. Actually, before, let's have a look here. Oh, how wonderful. This hosta is about to flower as well. How stoic and beautiful. And that one, oh yes, I do see. It's coming. All right, let's just go quickly to the side. This is the flowers that I got from my family for my birthday. While on the other side, I have that one sun patient that's looking so sorry for itself. Anyway, the lilies are doing good. The daylilies are coming up. These big ones are about to bloom. Oh no, I do have some blooms already. To be honest, I haven't been here for a couple weeks. I gotta come and deadhead these irises. Let's see what my tomatoes are doing. Oh, the comfrey needs to get chopped, and that will be the second chop this year. How great is that? So I'll do it tomorrow and I'll chop and drop comfrey on the vegetables. And then these tomatoes, they're growing. We'll see what we get out of them. There is a bee enjoying comfrey here. My goodness. Alright, so that's about it. So let's just head back. I didn't expect this video to be half an hour. I just really wanted to catch some of this. That's my love speed. I think he's ready to go for a walk with the dogs. I love this view. Actually, what I want to do is this. Yeah. It's looking nice and lush and green. And let's just head back. So that's it. I'm not gonna do a video tomorrow anymore. Hi baby. We might have some rain tomorrow, so that was another reason why I decided doing it today is gonna be a good idea. All right, this is it. Until next week. Bye.